Hello, everyone. It's Nesrin Wisdom Visionary here with the Way Within Divine Messages YouTube channel. Welcome, welcome. Today is the very last day of Mercury retrograde. It is now complete. There is a sense of peace. There is a sense of clarity and knowing. And yeah, it's been a rough one. It really, really, really has. I'll explain a little bit in terms of the energies when we do the energy of the week and some of the energies of the day after that. Also, I would like to give you the fact that we will also be doing readings at $33 for 10 minutes or one question. Those are available today and only on the lives only. You cannot get it anywhere else. So I'm just reminding you of that here at the onset. Also, we are going to be doing an oracle card. We will also be doing throughout the country or city. I believe someone has chosen Ajax, and that is in Canada. And it is a city, so we may very well, if the individual arrives, we will do a reading on Ajax. And yeah, so we proceed forth on our usual, which is Stacey Divine is my wing person. She is unfortunately preoccupied again with the situation that is continued from next week. And she is indisposed and not around and not available today. So she will not be making an appearance, not even a drop in. Sad that is. We miss her, but she does get a reading today. So I'm just going to jump in on that. And I've decided that I'm going to keep things really, really simple today. I'm going to use the Diaz deck because with Stacey, the Diaz deck works really beautifully. When people arrive and come on, I will be saying hello. And remember, it is the middle of summer. It is 3/4 the way into July. Today's date, to be exact, is the 23rd of July, 2026. So people are on vacation. It's a bit slower on the internet overall. But yeah, I don't know if everybody is aware of the fact that the post as an adjunct to the last live is on the internet in terms of on the channel in posts. So there are two links there that you can go look up with in terms of and connected to the subject matter that we were speaking about in our previous live. So I'm just going to get started. We are doing a reading for Stacey Divine. I'm asking for a connection. Oh, we got some cards popping out already. Wow, this is amazing. Off the bat. We have confrontation and influence. All right, so these two cards just popped out. So I'm going to go with it as, not even a peripheral, but just two cards that have popped out, and we'll see whether or not they arrive back in the deck. But there's some aspect of confrontation. So as I'm getting a visual with Stacey in mind, I see her basically speaking, and I'm being blunt as a breadboard my way. She's calling a spade in all situations. She's no longer going to put up with the status quo, which is a very polite way of saying it. And she's put her boundaries down. She knows who she is. She knows what she wants. She knows where she's going, and she knows what she's doing. So there's a hardness, a combat, a confrontation, maybe for certain peoples in her life who no longer serve a purpose. Not that she's being cruel or mean. It could be parental units. It could be lovers. It could be whomever. But she's kind of putting down the boundaries and saying, this is it. This is the way things are being done now. I'm honoring myself. I am going to be firm. I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to waste my energy anymore. Confrontation. And here's the beautiful aspect of it. She's going to be communicating her feelings, her thoughts, her she's going to express herself very well in terms of this confrontation. So I hope I'm holding up the cards right. So we have a 6 in confrontation, which means house, home, family, community, cleaning, renovating, decorating, social awareness. Maybe she's seeing a therapist. Maybe she's, there's many aspects to this card where we confront our stuff, whatever that is. And this card here, which, okay, this one is confrontation, but there's many meanings, influence, also her TikTok channel. So she's going to be speaking more and speaking up more and saying more of what she feels and means on her channel. Also, the 1 and the 6, the 1 is independence, again, 6, which is the house, home, family, community. It's taking more initiative within these. I mean, she already does. My God, she's incredible. But what I'm getting here is how to put this. It adds up to a 7. So coming to decisions and following through with the ideas, the feelings, the decisions, and the downloads that she's getting independently, but also within the community. So it's kind of becoming a leader within the community, actually. So influence. Here we go. All right. So those are the cards that just popped out with the Diaz deck at the onset. So I didn't show you what the cards look like. So Diaz is spelled D-E-E-S. It's a deck from about maybe the mid-80s. It's an intellectual deck. It's male, meaning very direct without much emotion, lots of facts. All the information is right there before you. So that's how it represents itself. All right, so we're shuffling the cards for Stacy Divine. We're off to a slow start. It's literally the middle of summer, and one of our peeps is off and away, busy. So we'll see who joins on later and who's on vacation. All right, Stacy Divine, here we go. So there is some emotional wasting of energy going on within at this time. It's a 17, contrast. Maybe there are a few people in Stacy's life, whomever they may be, whom she's not getting along with at this particular time. And she's contemplating whether or not to let those people go, whomever they are. That's her business, obviously. But I'm just saying that this is something that she needs to basically cut to the chase, get rid of the flack, clean up on aisle 5, emotionally, mentally, physically, but mostly here it's internally, emotionally, spiritually. All right. There is abundance coming to Stacy. She's going to be creating it and she's going to be receiving it. And she's going to be concentrating her efforts on external abundance rather than the time spent on people who no longer give a return in whichever way, shape, and form. This card is a 17, 1 and 7, self-healing, also self-counsel, and also if you add it up to an 8, it's clarity, awareness, the fullness, the connection. The 8 is usually one step before 9, which is called Christ consciousness or higher consciousness. So a lot of development going on internally here. Externally, the 2 is communicative relationships, all forms, and the 9 is completion. So it's a relationship she's having with herself. She's aligning to her higher self, to source, to those that have passed on. All these things. I'm getting a bit of a blank here, and I'm not sure why it's gone blank. Let me see if I can see past the clouds that are within the situation externally when it has to do with abundance and money. 2, 9, 11, the sparkling day. So more input of what she receives internally, because there is too much what we call mind clutter, or there is a lot of distractions. some of us all have issues, so we don't always see things immediately. We kind of get distracted and pulled away. So she's going to be concentrating a little bit more on herself so that she can concentrate on her abundance. It's a beautiful reading, by the way. Wow. Very direct, very, very much to the point, as this deck is. That's the way it works. So just shuffling here. Clearing up the throat. All right. So internally, there are a few secrets that are coming out, things in the subconscious, ideas, understandings, hidden, whatever have yous from the past, this life and other lives. So a secret is coming out to be revealed. And then what we have here again, that revelation, the 1, the 8, that becomes the 9. So self-abundance, self-awareness, receiving information from downloads by doing meditative practices, reveals and opens up to an awareness of where one needs to go. Contribution, finally coming through and being able to really truly understand where Stacey is going at this present moment in time. So contribution means the person that she is supposed to be on this planet. She will become fully aware of what that situation, those circumstances, and where to go and how to do it. It's not always apparent. It takes a little bit of internal, I don't want to call wrangling, but internal peace, connection, silence, ruminating, reflection in a peaceful state. And this is what Stacey's going to be doing over the next little while. Again, it's a beautiful reading, even though we're just still at the perfect. We haven't even done the reading yet. This is interesting. All right, let's keep going with this. I feel everybody's on vacation today. I'm rogue here. So this is a reading for Stacey Divine. We are doing a Celtic cross. I've just done a cut 3 times to the left. Where are we going right now? I'm just waiting to be shown which of the 2 of the 3 piles, one of the 3 piles. There's 2 that I'm going to be, okay, I got it. It was the left pile. And now I'm doing a simple Celtic cross, nothing complicated. A lot of high cards here, a lot of high cards. Something is coming to completion. I'll explain all of it when I get there. Wow, this is quite a reading. Beautiful, mostly high cards. We've popped the pimple. We've come out of the tunnel into the light. So let me explain this for Stacey Divine. I'm feeling a lot of really high energy right now. So maybe Stacey's going through quite a bit. Maybe slightly ungrounded, trying to get back into the earth by connecting barefoot to the earth, maybe watering her garden, these kind of things. She's in search mode right now. So who am I? Where am I going? What am I doing? Number 1, self-searching, pilgrimage, learning, growing, taking time out for spending more time alone, being at peace in that place of being alone. You're not really ever truly alone. You're always connected to Source, but it's a kind of alone where you're taking the time to be with your own self, be in your own skin, understand who you are, take time to nurture, take time to be. Okay, I'm also getting a little pain in the throat, so Stacey might be needing to have a good cry. We all do, trust me. I've been doing a lot of that lately. We'll get into that later. So something has come to an end. This is in the last 6 months. There have been lots of endings, closing the door, closing the book, taking out the garbage, cleaning up house, so to say, and letting whatever no longer works and helps Stacey to move forward is now leaving her life. This is slightly in the past, whomever this is or whatever situation this is. She's concentrating more on herself. This is her current self over the next 6 weeks to 6 months. And it's a beautiful card. You can see the heat in the mind right over here. So Stacey, lovely Stacey, is growing with great heat in terms of self-love, self-awareness, self-knowledge, and self-creation. I really like this card, especially when it comes to relationships, because we have the number 2. So the card is called Self. Okay. Now we're getting into some really amazing cards for Stacy. Wow, wow, wow. I'm excited. Here we go. 38. So this is the direction true. She got this the last time that we did a reading for her. And by the way, who is ever here, hello, how are you? Feel free to say hello in the chat. So effort is required in order to break free of the past. Interesting. I wanted to say the word free, but I wanted to say free like a little kid, as in free, three, but also free. So this is what this card means. You can see a little bit of a crack right here. So that means that Stacy's breaking free and moving into the direction of, and I'm going to say it, I'm going to say this again. I believe Stacy will become greatly renowned for who she is, where she's going, and what she's doing spiritually in this world. She's an incredible human being. I love her to smithereens. So I miss you. I know you're busy, and I know you want to be here, and we will see you shortly. So hopefully next week we shall see. She has been taken away by life issues, and that's that. We need not say anymore. So 38 is reduced down to an 11, which is reduced to another 2, but we don't actually reduce an 11. If you are not heeding your connection to your higher self, then you are living a more self-oriented, meaning me, myself, and I kind of life. The lower 2 can be a form of dependency. I don't believe that Stacy is at all in any way, shape, and form dependent. I find her highly independent. So this reigns true with using her sparkling ideas. She's very resourceful and she's able to just get her done, so to say. So beautiful card, next 6 weeks to 6 months. And this is the card that I really like. This whole reading is absolutely phenomenal. I don't think I've ever seen such cards for Stacy before. Turned over a new leaf, that's for sure. All right, so impressions. This card is a 37, so 3, which is self-expression in terms of creativity. It's also joy, happiness, harvest. The 7 is writing, speaking. Add the 2 together, you get a 10. Well, you don't use the 0, so go with the 1. And it's called impressions. So she is, through her being her, making impressions at this time. We're doing a reading for Stacy Divine for all those that are present. Just letting you know. We do this every single week because Stacy is my wing person. It is an exchange that we are doing and it breaks the ice and gets the energies flowing. We will be doing other things, so just letting you know. Be patient. We're getting there. I started about 2 minutes late today. So, all right. So the impression that is a potential outcome within the situation is she makes an impression upon others through her work and through through who she is as a human being. Okay. Going to continue on. Who Stacy is projecting. Sorry, I just had to do some releasing here. That's how I do it. Just releasing old energies. This is the card of mastership or masterpiece. It's a 39, and 39, the 3, the 6, the 9 are the 3 of the harvest. 3 being the first, which is I myself expressing within the world. The 6 is I am helping others in the world. And the 9 is I am selfless and I am completely enjoying expressing myself in all the forms of creativity, finger in every pot, and I'm giving service to others without asking for anything of self. So you've gone to the highest echelon. So 3 and 9 add up to 12, which is a 3. It's always reduced down. So 12-3 means a making of a decision to love oneself. It's a beautiful number. We call it between the teenager and the mature individual. So she's making a choice to pursue creativity, to pursue happiness and joy. And you can see that the mountain is cracked. So we're moving mountains. You have the ability to move mountains. This is the energy that Stacy is projecting. She's not stopping. She's going to basically be a bullet train, going 500 kilometers an hour, but it's meant to be that way. This is just where she's at. It's beautiful. Now, there is some influence from the externalized world for Stacy. It's going to help her through whatever forces and or energies that it gives to her, reflects on her, pushes her, jabs at her, peacefully helps her to see, is realization, clarity, change. Chaos is the only constant. So 5 means change. 5 also means adventure. 5 also means the ability to understand the true meaning of freedom. So it's a beautiful card. It's the externalized forces impressing upon her to let go, control, and just enjoy. Now, Stacy's hoping for success, not necessarily rising above the others, not necessarily being, an elite or anything like that. Just that sense of happiness, like when you go to the bank and you're smiling like there's no tomorrow, and the teller asks you, what pill did you take today? Basically, you're just high on life. So I'm not talking any of the wacky tobacco. I'm talking just a connection to your true self. You know who you are, and you're happy being in your own skin. So this is a beautiful card, and this is what Stacy hopes and wishes for, uh, yeah, over the next week and for her life. Now, there is this sense of wanting to belong. This card came out in the exact same position as it did the last time. Now, what I like about and what's different from last week is we have the card of communication. So even though we have this issue of the 3, meaning creativity, joy, harvest, a sense of freedom, with the 4 limitation, the 2 together add up to a 7. So the 7 is overcoming fears of belonging, okay? Complement. Who do I belong to? Who are my people? Who is it that's supposed to be in my life? Sometimes it can mean seeking attention. In other respects, it is you have found your soul group, the tribe that you're meant to belong to. It just, is it positive, negative? That's something you're going to have to figure out or understand to the best of your ability on your own. But the card of connection is, or bodes positive, in that whomever Stacy is wanting to have a complement to, the 2 are communicating, or she's communicating with them or those individuals in a different form, in a different manner, where in which she is calm, peaceful, serene. She's not reacting out of anger. She's talking with maturity and with boundaries. So this is different. Last week, we did not have what we call an easy outcome. This week is a much more positive road to the circumstances of last week. So we've done some growth work. There are beautiful high cards on the table. Let me show you some of these gorgeous, gorgeous high cards. I have, I'm just going to show you all of them. Okay, so we've got masterpiece. You know what that means. Okay, we've got effort, which means direction true. These are all high cards. Success. And then we've got connection. And we've got belonging. So again, a masterful direction, successful communication in belonging. Okay, there is no more crap on the table, Stacy. You're pushing on through to the other side, as Jim Morrison in his song from the group from the Doors from the 60s, what is it? Walk on through to the other side. I'm not the greatest singer in the world, but that is a great song. Go listen to it. The Doors, Jim Morrison from the 1960s. All right, I'm going to pull a court card, a healing court card. So it's basically the self-care cards that I've got here. I'll show you what they look like here. Okay. They're all 2. I've had them for about 15 to 20 years. Whoop. Right off the bat, 3 cards popped out. So we're just going to read all 3. And I really, really, really like Stacy, you've overcome, you've shot through, you have jumped a hurdle. We have blessings. Count your blessings. A grateful heart attracts more joy, love, and prosperity. And then we have here action. Again, we had a lot of action in the other reading as well for Stacy Divine. This is for Stacy Divine. Take action. The journey to find your lost self begins with 1 step. Okay, beautiful card. Last but not least, achievement. Chase your dreams. You may be surprised by where they lead you. The entirety of the reading is positive, forward moving, breaking through to the other side. What else can I say? Congratulations, Stacy. That was a beautiful reading. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm going to lurch into the energies of the week, and I am going to use. What am I going to use today? I'm going to go with the Diaz deck. The reason being is the Diaz deck just never steers me wrong. I've used it for 40 years. I love it. It's one of the best decks I've ever bought. I would be hard pressed to find another one. The last I heard, in order to buy a deck is $200, and that could easily be American. So a used deck, DS deck, is about $200. It's expensive, but they're rare. It's a beautiful deck, and it's hard to find. Just having some coffee. Need it today. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but I did sleep 12 hours the night before. It seems like I've also myself passed through something. We are now coming into the energies of the week, where I'm going to get into the last week. Has been one of the hardest weeks of my life. I cried. I got sick. I had a bit of the flu. Also, I had another incident happen to me, which I really don't want to talk about because it's personal, and I would like to maintain my privacy. It's not a negative, but it did push me to pack up my life and get the hell out of Dodge. Sorry. Move to a different place. And I don't mean that figuratively, I mean that literally. So let's shuffle these cards and see what the energies of the week are going to bring us today. We are about a good half hour in. It's a very, very slow day. I believe that there are a lot of people on vacation right now. So July is the slowest month on the internet. So, I'm just going with the flow, whatever. So, energies of the week. All you people out there are going to be doing some great introspection, a great deal of introspection. More than it's going to be a little bit clear in terms of clarity. I can see great things coming. But the self is more of a resolved, understood, clear, getting all your ducks in a row kind of burgeoning of creativity, of spirituality, of knowing who you are and where you're going. Okay, internal. This is the peripheral. We have here success. So we are all externally wanting to create a form of success. So it is actually pushing us to become successful within ourselves, of our own, in the way that we want to be successful. It's not an externalized success. It's not the 9 to 5. It's not the corporate mentality. It's not the governmental dictates. It's not the status quo from society or the religious status quo. It's you coming into a sense of self and taking what it is that you've gotten as a download and putting yourself out there in some way, shape, and form. That's what this is about. These are the energies of the week for all those that are watching and all those that will be watching. All right. Energies of the week. I've just done a cut 2 times to the left with the left hand, using only the left hand. I'm just waiting to see what energies are available. Oh, okay, we've got a couple angels here. I don't know who they're for. Doesn't matter. The guides and the angels will come for those that require it. I did meditate yesterday on the energies of the week. And as I said, as I get into it, okay, we do have a lot of light this week. So we've come out of something dark. And we have to go in to come back out the other side. That's for sure. All right. What am I doing today? I'm going to do a complicated Celtic cross. This is really interesting. So I'm going to explain everything. I have a pain on the right side of my heart. I don't know who it is, but it's somebody who's present. If you want to have a full reading, you can go into the link tree in the description of every video, including this one. If you want a full reading, I can unpack the pain in your heart. If not, it's $33, 10 minutes, one question. You can use the PayPal link in the description if you want to have a reading today. I only do the 33 10-minute one question readings here on the lives only. The full readings you can order anytime, so I'm just making it known that people are aware that that's available. So energies of the week, what do we got going? Oh, wow. All right, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. It's all, this whole theme is about success. So let's get started. Energies of the week. We start with the 23rd, add 7 days, takes us to the 30th of the month, which is when we're going to have the next live, which is next Thursday. So, communication, lots of communication, or influencing or expressing ourselves in some way, shape, and form. The 16 adds up to a 7, the 1, the 6. So it's you in community, and you're overcoming your fears, expressing yourself. You could be a influencer online, TikTok, YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you are. It's time to come out of the closet. It's time to come out of hiding, out of sequestering, out of the hermit mode, and get yourself out there and speaking your truth. Whatever your truth is, the world needs to hear it. Trust me, we're moving forward into the new at this particular time. So yes, it seems to be that a lot of people that come to this live during and then after are influencers or people doing the craft of spiritual connection and then divination. So now that we have influence on the table, a lot of similar cards to the reading before it, but different. So these are the energies of the week, and overlapping that, how other people see you is breaking free from your past and knowing the direction that you are now going in. So people are seeing you positively at this time. So you're putting a great deal of effort into this new, expressing yourself in some way, shape, and form, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, kinetically. You could be in sports medicine. You could be a person that's just finished the bar. You could be a person that has just got your AZ truck license. You could be just getting your pilot's license. It's like a movement to finally doing what it is that you want to do. Maybe you finished a yoga teacher's training. Who knows? Maybe you're finished a corporate job and you're going to go into something of a higher status, leadership status, where you're taking over the corporation, you're becoming a CEO. Any of these viewpoints can be attributed. In the past, a lot of you, remember energies of the week. So a lot of you during this week, seeing and going back into the past, were not able to see clearly into the future. It was clouded. There weren't any answers. You just didn't know where you were going. It was not possible to make a decision. So we've got 1, which is self. 2, relationship to source, God, the highest of high, the most beloved, the angelic realm, the ascended masters, and those that have passed on, plus the totem animals and those animals that have passed on. So you weren't getting any messages or downloads. Actually, it's more within than it is up, but I say up because the energy is higher. It's a 3. A 3 means a harvest, the first of the 3 harvests. You are stepping forward into finally moving through and doing, the clarity, the knowing of what it is that you've gotten internally to move forward with your life. So this is the past. This is no longer affecting you, but I'm just making a statement as you have moved through this over this last week. Though, and there's some clearing going on. I love it when it clears, but not pleasant. So it's coming up, whoever is there. So what we have here is a 22. This has many meanings, and it is in the house of you, where you're going. Remember, this is a general reading. So you, where you're going, and how you're expressing yourselves. You're learning about the use of responsible power. You know that saying that Spider-Man says, with great power comes great responsibility? Well, you've been upgraded emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, bodily, healing. So you're in a different echelon. You've gone from one point and you raised into another point, and you can look at it as the spiral that goes up toward, like the stairway to heaven or the spiral to heaven. So you've gone up an echelon. How are you going to use this beautiful energy that's been given to you? You can't do the old is gone. So if you, like, I'm going to give an example in a past life. And yes, I'm a reincarnationist and I believe in past life, so I'm going to explain it this way. Say I was very, very famous. Just, it's hypothetical. And I was judgmental. I had an ego. I spent lots of money. I treated people very, very poorly. Maybe I bought my friends. Maybe I was a person who didn't really care about what other people thought, or maybe if I had a work schedule, I would arrive whenever I wanted. Maybe I was so famous that, who knew? I was doing whatever I wanted. But in this life, I have an average layman, everyday person's job. Like, I have a regular life. I'm a nobody. I'm a person who just goes to work and comes home. I have my friends. I go out on weekends and I party or whatever. I'm just saying, the more work I do on releasing my past, that which no longer works, that which is not my true self, because our true self is hidden within. We come into a shift of consciousness into our true power. 22 is one of the three Christ conscious master numbers. It is the fourth echelon in numerology, Pythagorean numerology. So 11, 22, and 33. So I have a last name that's a 22. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I have 4 11s and a 22 in my chart. And it hasn't been easy, and there's been a lot of learning going on in this lifetime. But the one thing I can say about a 22 is you're a hard worker. You build things. You lay new foundations. You help change the society around you. You help influence the society around you, or people's, or families, or workplaces, or just your community as a whole. But you have to do it with great integrity, responsibility, self-integrity, self-awareness. So you're laying down a new foundation. You're leaving your legacy behind. So this is what is in store for you within the next 6 weeks, provided you take personal, positive responsibility within your own world, the world around you, and the world at large. I'm just saying, let's see where we go here with the general reading for the energies of the week. Now, this is the potential outcome. You're going to be still at home. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're packing up your home. Maybe you're selling your home. Maybe you're buying a home. So this is about movement from, coming out of, expressing, going somewhere else, moving away from being cloistered or hermitaged or within your so-called metaphorical ice cave where you've been, just going inward and doing the dark journey of the soul or the dark night of the soul. Okay? Dark journey, dark night are the same thing. So you've gone inward and now you're coming out from that haven into the world. You can see the light in the background. You've got a journey ahead of you, and there's also mountains. Okay? So this is, you're contemplating. Now, excuse me, I'm doing a lot of releasing, so I don't know who it is, but somebody. So what we've got here is standstill. Standstill has two meanings. There's a wall in front of it. It means transformation or things have come to a complete halt. It's got two sides. You have a choice. You either go back into 3D and you repeat the old cycle from before today, the end of Mercury retrograde, same old, continue, repeat the patterns from past lives, or you break your patterns and you come into compassion and transform into self-love, self-awareness, self-expression. Get yourself out there, go do what you love without fear to the best of your ability. Conquer. And I'm not saying beat yourself up. I'm saying take a look at the monsters in the corner. Say thank you very much. Accept them. See them. Give them a good hug. Walk up those stairs or walk up those stones or come out into and away from the darkness. Jump over the fence from dark to light. It's a choice you make. It's a willful choice not to, what's the word? Wallow in the past. Feel sorry for yourself. Think negative thoughts. Stay in a place of non-movement, non-existent, non-decision making. And I'm getting a lot of heat in the body. So somebody's about to make that decision. And it's interesting. I see 43. And 4 and 3, if you add them up, becomes 7. So 1 and 4. We also have a 4 new foundation building, 3 freedom, 4 foundation building, 7 overcoming fears. It's a 1 self, 4 coming out of limitation, 5 means change, transformation. I'm really having a good sweat right now. So somebody's getting the message. I don't know who it is. Beautiful. Okay, so that's the decision you have yet to make. This happens to be, for all those watching, about what it is that you're going to be doing. How am I going to make money? How am I going to exist? Where am I going? What kind of a job or what kind of a business do I want to create? Or maybe you're a person that's been a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad or a stay-at-home person who hasn't really worked for a while, or maybe you're on benefits. I'm talking generally here. What I'm trying to say here is a movement forward in a brand new direction. Taking a risk and doing something that you love, because it's difficult. Maybe you're on subsistence, maybe you're on disability. Mind you, even on disability, you can do things. You can be creative. You can. You just have to be inwardly resourceful and go out and get her done with action. Okay, the simplest of things can turn a new leaf in one's life. And I'm talking generally and metaphorically. If you want to get more specific, you can get a $33 reading, 10 minutes, 1 question. They're available only on the lives only, and I will be presenting that throughout. So, 28, 2, relationship to money. Okay, 8 is about money, resources, abundance, awareness, philanthropy. The 2 is self and or relationships, relationship to self, relationship to others in a relationship. All right, maybe somebody has to go out and get a job. Maybe you're being pushed to do so. Maybe you're coming out of your fear. Maybe you've never done it before, but it is time to make a different, or take a different route, do it a different way, create a different action. And this is, I absolutely love this. Like, take a look. Composure, 8, getting your ducks in a row, okay, making a plan, either a business plan, or you're thinking the thoughts of how is it that I'm going to go about doing this, but it is the externalized world pushing you to grow in this new direction. Oh my Lord, oh my God, my beloved. Yes. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to transform, but you're going to be able to do this. You got to do something new. Whoever it is out there, whoever it is that's watching, all right? Time to move forward and move on. So now, sense of belonging to the world. Okay, who am I? Who's out there? Who's watching me? Like today, it's the middle of the summer. It's the last day of Mercury retrograde. I have a lot of people who are often busy. So am I defeated by that fact? No, I just move it along. I do what feels right. I don't need to belong to anyone. I don't feel like I'm talking generally. I'm speaking the words of movement. I'm speaking the words of moving forward. I belong when I speak who I am, how I express myself. I know who I am. Those people whom I meet are those that I'm supposed to be with. So it's a positive, triumphant belonging. It's not where you're hanging off of people whom you don't connect with, whom you don't relate to. It's a shift of consciousness. Remember, there is a huge transformation going on right now. Okay? To go to the other side, from dark to light, jump over that fence, come out of that cave. It's time to take action. So the action is, what is your true belonging in the world? Who are you? Where are you going? Now, I absolutely love these cards. It's different. It's different. So this is the end result. Secrets coming out. You're basically, I like this card. It's not an easy card, but it's an amazing card. You're going to be speaking the secrets that need to be spoken, the truth. Presenting it, speaking it, writing it, artistry, maybe make a video, maybe you make a painting, maybe you make a movie, maybe you're going to write a book, but the truth has to come out, whatever that truth is that you find within you. And this is how we crack the old order, the old power order. Each individual doing their part to speak their truth in a world that is an illusion that has given us only fear and derision. The next 3 years, and this is more that I use for the countries, but this is I've been hearing it. Each person who does their own part and comes out of a state of being held down by an external force, being the world around them, and speaking up, taking action, doing what they love, literally cracks the code of personal power. I really like this. I'm saying it this way. This is my way of saying it. I'm not one to use metaphors from a layman's world. I work on very high energy that comes from the Acturians and from the angelic realm and the higher self, as well as source. So all that comes from source. So I'm just letting you know, all those that are tuning in this week and those that will be hopping on after, that we are cracking the code of negative power, coming into the connection within, and expressing a positive, connective, downloaded power. It's not even power, it's just energy. And we are going to change the way in which we work and live in our worlds to something where we find a cohesive sense of belonging and community. That'll be something that we've never seen before in this epoch. I'm getting thousands of years. Okay, so it's time to move forward in new directions and not be afraid to be our true selves. Great reading. Card that's under the deck, normally I don't read it, but the card, oh, it's like 2 of them. Wow, take a look at that. So what we've got here is success and abundance. I can't give you a better reading. All right. So I'm going to head into, and just before I head into the energies of the day, actually, I'm going to do a court card before I do that. I'm going to do a court card. I'm just going to get a little bit more information just to kind of double down and do it twice over so that people are aware of the interpretation of the cards. And I'm going to, just give me a second, I'm going to do a reach here. I have here the Angel Ask Tarot deck. It's a 3-part deck, 4 cards. 3 sections. So I bought these cards on the behest of someone else who was doing a reading for me locally. And I just loved them so much. They were just so beautiful. So, and luckily I found them at a local place. And so I supported my local spiritual shop. That's what I do. I shop local. I don't support the conglomerates. It's just who I am. I've worked for quite a few, I can't talk, bleh. I've worked for quite a few larger corporate entities. I've learned a lot and about how life works. And I have been doing contract work and on my own for years, past 40 to be exact, off and on. And I prefer working for myself. So hence, since starting the YouTube channel, and I have other resources as well, other things that I do, I enjoy my life. Hi, there are lots of people. Hey, hi. It's Reverend Heather. Hi, how are you doing? Thank you so much. I appreciate the hype. Yes, there aren't many people here, Reverend. People are on vacation and have lots to do. It's a very slow, um, not so full room today. You know what? That's okay. But I really appreciate it. She says, welcome all to the way within. Thank you so much, Reverend Heather. By the way, I have to give you a call, and I do have your number, so you will be hearing from me. I just haven't had the time. I've had a very, very busy week. So at this particular moment, you're thriving. This is a good thing. Yeah, well, in general. Thank you, and I appreciate that. Yes, it's a beautiful word. Thriving is a beautiful word. Please take that in. Reverend Heather has put the word thriving into the chat. Very apropos. It is a time for thriving. I just wanted to say, okay, I will just say Heather, no worries. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. There's a lot of clearing going on. Thanks for joining today. It's really nice to have you here. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you. So I just finished the energies of the week. I'm doing a court card for the energies of the week. You can go back when I post the video and you can re-watch the energies of the week. I've already done Stacy's reading, which was prior to that. Heather, and whomever else decides to join. We do have a bit of a slow room today. Stacy is off and running with some priorities, so she apologizes for not being here. She's looking forward to being here next week if there's nothing that impedes her doing so. So I've had a pretty rough week. I don't really want to get into it. It has been super, super rough. I learned a lot. Here on the other side of it, I was ill with the flu on one part. Another part is boxing and getting things ready for a move. So yeah, I had double last week. The outcome is positive, but the learning was rough. It's just part and parcel of what we have gone through. Hence, completion as of today, Mercury retrograde. We have passed through the smallest point of the hourglass. So we've gone from dark to light. We've gone from hermitage to action. We've gone from inaction to action. We've gone from fear to the word thriving. So yeah, thank you for that word, Heather. All right, I've shoveled enough here. I've been chitter-chattering. I like to do that. That's what I do. All right. Oh, interesting. Oh, I can't do that with these cards. Non-reversals. I have to remember that. So I have to shuffle the card just a little differently. All right, I'm cutting the deck 2 times the left. This is the court cards, the oracle cards that I do after the actual reading. Just going to get some coffee. Doesn't stay hot for long. It's a bit cooler where I am, actually. Interesting. All right, we're going to go with it. To the left. All right. One of my favorite words. Not going to do it that way. Not going to do it that way. Something is telling me to reshuffle the cards. Fine. So be it. I'll do what I need to do. To all of those that are here, energies of the week, please. Okay, one more. Energies of the week, please. Oh, look at that. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I need one card, please. Energies of the week for the timing of things. Thank you. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it popped right out. Wow, look at that. Sorry, I will explain. I will explain, I promise. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing Adventurine. I think it's Adventurine. It could be Perdot. I'm not sure. Ah, no. Sorry. It's Green Jade. I remember now. It was given to me as a gift at a show. And it is for heart opening consciousness, heart healing. It is for as well bringing in abundance. Okay. Oh, we have from Heather. I had an ugly cry, soothing inner child regarding, oh, yeah, named it, claimed it, and now, oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you. Really, really appreciate. Yeah, I also cried this week. It's been a really, really cathartic, moving, deep digging week. It really has. Letting go, absolute. You're going to find that things are going to start moving forward very quickly, Heather. I'm just letting you know. That's the one thing I can pick up. So I'm just going to get I hate the yes and no's. I really, really do. Don't like it. I know hate is a strong word. I don't feel that they're very productive or purposeful. Wow, that's incredible. While driving a car. Kudos to you. I bow down. Well done. My heart goes out to you. Oh, beautiful. Oh, we've obviously, thank you for, I'm getting a lot of chills going through my body. Yes, beautiful. You're looking forward. Amazing. It's lovely to hear. My heart goes out. I wish you light, love, and blessings on this journey from this day forth. Just keep on trucking, as they say. You know that slogan. It's our slogan. It belongs to us up here, right? All right. So one card, please. Energies of the week on yes and no. I don't like yes and no. All right, I got a card. Wow. All right, let's do it. When it comes to the situation of energies of the week, and hello everybody, it's Nesrin, Wisdom Visionary for the Way Within Divine Messages. I've just finished the energies of the week and Stacy Divine's reading. She's my wing person. She gets a reading every week. And I'm doing the court cards that wrap up the energies. Beautiful. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate this, Heather. All right, let me focus and concentrate on the wrap up oracle cards for the energies of the week. That's from the 23rd to the 30th. We have peaceful resolution. Whatever it is, all those that are watching, all those that will be watching, it is a peaceful resolution with either a family member, a group, in a business, maybe, you've gone on some kind of, what's the word that I want to use? It's not coming to mind. Whatever situation you're in that requires peaceful resolution, this is the route to go. It's not an overt fist up kind of resolution. It's with compassion, with understanding. Walk a mile in somebody else's shoes kind of resolution. All right. Do your very, very best this week. And I have been saying this to many people in my circle, meditation brings answers. Now, I'm just going to explain something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's been a lot of conflict. Maybe not a lot, but those that are in conflict need to find other forms of resolution, not the ones they've previously been working with that no longer work because the energies have shifted. So we're talking generally for those that are watching and those that will be watching. I just want to say this. Meditating 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night, every single day. Anyone, okay? Even if it's in prayer or stillness or walking, walk the dog, do the dishes, go driving. Take those 15 minutes, carve it out for yourself. because that's what's going to give you the ability to stay calm in what we call highly energized situations, because we are being tested right now. We're coming out of 3D, we're going into upper 4 and some into upper 5. This isn't an actual physical state. This is a dimensional state of energy. So you're not, because if you were in 5D, you wouldn't have this body anymore. Even upper 40, it's a mental state of awareness, dimensional energy within, in meditative state. Okay? So you can see, you go inward, you get the light, you get downloads, and you get answers. Even the card at the front bespeaks of the exact same physical movement of energy. So meditate, all right? And it's interesting how I see 202, and that 202 is a mirror of the communication you have with yourself, higher self, source, the highest of the high, the most beloved. You get that going, the person you're going to meet or the people that you're going to be working with will have also done the work and be on the same energetic level as yourself. So that's what's coming up for people this coming week. And what is it saying? It's saying, let go control, because everything will happen in perfect timing. That means it'll happen when it happens. You don't need to control the outcome. With the reading that we had before, we had the power card. Okay, skill 22, power, control. We are breaking the old patterns of complete control, power over. We are entering into a time where we go in, we have the reception of the downloads in a balanced place, inner feminine, inner masculine, balance, point the heart. Okay, color green, feeling the heart, peaceful, meditative state, compassionate, graceful, and things will open in their own timing. And I've got this on the left hand, self-receiving heart. All right. We are going to be soon choosing a new direction in life, that which has no connection to what came before it. And yes, I'm speaking archaic words because I'm channeling. One of the guides that I have is from the 1800s, so I'll speak Old English or Old Irish, just deal with it. And that's what we channelers do, intuitive channeling. Okay, so we will be choosing a new direction fairly shortly. So that's the court cards on the energies of the week. Beautiful, beautiful reading as a closure to the Mercury retrograde, which is now completely done. Wait, we do have 7 days of shadow, but as far as the hit of energy in order to shift consciousness, grow, and come out of. Now it's kind of like we're coasting, doing a wrap up, getting the clarity on the situation over the next 7 days. It's like clean up on aisle 5. Okay? We've been doing it the whole time, but it's just a little more softer in terms of the energy. Okay? So what are we doing now? I'm just trying to see the cards that I've got here. Is the energies for the day. And I'm feeling I need to go with the past life deck. I'm kind of wondering if Heather, because you're present, thank you. It's a reading for everyone. It's even for myself, it's everyone. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. It has been. Yeah, the cards are just flipped. Considering what happened last week to this week, completely different. It's because we've passed through. Today's the 23rd, the last day of Mercury retrograde. We are now in that softer zone of energy, heading on towards, I think it's August the 3rd, 7 days hence, no, the 30th, in and around thereabouts. What I'd like to ask Heather, thank you, amen to you too, blessings. Heather, would you like to choose a deck? Since you're present, you get to have that choice today. This is for the energies of the day. I have the Starseed Tarot, one of my favorite decks. Okay, I'm just showing it to you. I'm speaking directly to you, Heather. You get to choose the deck we're going to use for the energies of the day. This is the Past Life Tarot. And the other one was the Starseed Tarot. I'm going to show you one more time. Would you like to choose which one we're going to use for the energies of the day? Starseed. Whoops. I have a leather thing here. It's very hard to get the cards off of. And we've got the past life. So which one would you like? Starseed or past life, Heather? I'm just waiting for an answer. I'm going to wait a couple seconds, have a sip of coffee here. It's waking me up, but it's not hot anywhere. Starseed sounds good. Please, thank you. Off we go in to the land of the energies of the day. Thank you, Heather, for that. Really, really, really appreciate it. These are monstrous, huge cards. So, doing a shuffle here. I can't do it the regular way because they're just way too big. Oh, exciting times ahead. New beginnings, fresh new energy. How to describe it the way that I'm experiencing it. Packing up, putting things away, planning for a move to a different place. Exactly. So yeah, a brand new beginning, getting a greenhouse, opening up some land, yeah, finishing writing a book, new people, new places, new energies, new group community to work with. Also, yeah, doing some work on the land. So all my dreams coming true, and I made the decision to start packing yesterday. So, but it was a tough week. I had a really bad flu. So I'm just saying generally we've come out. It was headaches. It was body pain and other things I don't want to describe. Please, we just don't want to go there. But it's like it feels amazing to be free of all that heavy energy. Yes, transition. That was a card that was in the reading of the week. So if you go back and actually watch the reading, when I do the timestamps later on today, it'll be closer toward the evening hours that I'll have the timestamps in. You'll see the card for transition. This is amazing that you said that. Thank you very much, Heather. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for being my wing person today. Okay, let's do this. Energy. Oh, wow. I love it. So we are doing here energies of the day. It is Nesrin Wisdom Visionary for the Way Within Divine Messages. And here is your peripheral for the energies of the day with the Starseed Tarot deck. You are a starseed. Those that have come to this channel, your indigos, your crystals, your scouts, you are Arcturians, Syrians, Pleiadians, you are volunteers, you're part of the 144. You are here to help create a new earth. Now, please forgive me, don't get any mind ideas about this. The more you grow within, the more that you accept, the more you understand, the more you release of the old, of the restricted, of the lower energies. You will come into clarity of your purpose, who you are, why you came here to volunteer at this particular time on the epoch of Earth. And you will start becoming who you truly are, which is a starseed. You're going to remember who you are and the abilities that you have, and you're going to place them upon the planet, becoming a lighthouse for others. Beautiful. Yes. Oh, you picked up the Starseed Tarot, Heather? Awesome. Glad to hear. Good news. Wow. Great deck, by the way. Great deck. So, internally, starseed growing, coming into clarity. You can see that there is a starseed hitting Earth. There's a flower on the Earth. It's glowing. The energy is coming from within. It's the 1,000-petaled lotus flower in the Buddhic and Hindu traditions. All knowledge is given. You have attained enlightenment. You have passed through the narrowest part of the hourglass. So there's no way to it but through it. You can't go around it. You can't go over it. You can't go under it. That's how you get to it. Okay. It's also on a Leonard Cohen too. There's an interview with him talking about that exact saying. I guess it comes from Buddhism because he was studying Buddhism or some form of Buddhism. I remember the interview well. So, yes, outwardly, you are being presented with an opportunity or opportunities for support from your environment, from people around you, from entities in the externalized world, luck, you could call it, serendipity, you could call it. And I'm going to say it, a horseshoe up the arse. So there comes the Irish. A 10 of chalices. You have achieved, or you're being nudged, prodded, poked gently, because it's a positive card, to achieve enlightenment, connection to your higher self within your heart consciousness within. This is the energies of the day. Okay, completion toward the end of the day. Peripheral. All right. I'm really enjoying this today. I know there's not many people on, but we're doing what we're doing, and that's the end of it. Having a good time. Oh, these cards are so big, I have to lean over and disappear behind the screen. Oh, la, la, la. Where do we put this? Sorry, just give me a moment to feel the, oh, no, we're going with the light. Draw my chair in near. Everything will be fine. Everything's going to work out. If you decide to come out of that cave, if you decide to take that download and put it into action and create a new world, a new life, a new direction, you will be supported by the universe around you, meaning the world we have and the universe. All external forces will be there to goad you on, to help you jump over whatever hurdles, give you whatever resources that you need. This is all for the energies of the day, those that are present and those that are watching. You will have what you require in order to get through your day. Just be at peace, stay calm, state your intentions, and release, let go, and let it unfold in its own timing. All right? Now, let's see what the cards are going to give us. I'm going to do a 4-card spread. I'm going to keep it really simple. These are masterfully large. Large. All right. 1, 2, 3. One more for the road. I had to double shuffle on these. Oh, okay. There are a few things that we may have to deal with in the day, but it's not too much. It's just enough. So there are some darker energies at play here, but let's have a look, see what they might be. So 4-card spread. I might do it down. I'm not sure. Let's see. Heather, your word has come up. This is within relationships. I'm talking generally. I'm going to see if there's a story. No, there is a story, but let's see if there's more to the story. Give me a moment here. Okay. That's why I was getting a need to still go into some of the dark energies in this, but we're not through it yet. I mean, we still have, it's better, it's lighter, it's clearer, but there's still work to do. You never stop learning. You never stop working on yourself. You're always healing, you're always growing. That's what the school of life is all about. That's why we're on this planet. All right. Okay, let me tell this. Okay, this is for me beautiful. You might not think so, but I see it as a challenge. We have divine justice. So in the past, all those that are watching, all those that will be watching, you've recently had a touch with, learned of, received some form of divine justice, meaning you had a miracle happen, or something came through that you didn't think was going to come through, or it just, you know what, you got a message that it's going to be okay. So the universe, source, the highest of the high, the most beloved, is working for you if you allow it. Sage of Chalices. So sage means you have learned today of all days. You've got the clarity on in the moment. I would say right now. What is self-love? How does self-love work? How am I going to implement my self-love? Where will my self-love take me? Yes, beautiful. I hear you on that one. Absolutely hear you, Heather. I'm in the same boat. You have to claim it. Beautifully said. So, Sage of Chalices, you got the equation. Whoever you are out there, general reading, you got the equation of self-love. And now you can practice it as a sage. You can disseminate it amongst others, your experience to others this day. Wow, you're going to love this transition. So let's say later on tonight, you're going to completely let go whatever it was in your past that required divine justice, meaning you're receiving it because you've done the work. So that which was before is no longer, again, channeled. Old words, old ways of saying it, not my own, coming through as channeled information. We are going through a transition from an old to a new. Leave the past behind. You don't need it anymore. Now, I will say this. There's quite a few out there. Take it or leave it. Put it in your back pocket, throw it away, or heat it. I'm blunt as a breadboard is what I say. I'm talking generally. This includes me in that energy. Two of Chalices. So the meeting of two people. It could be nostalgic. It could be in a business relationship. It could be a mother-daughter. It could be a father-son. It could be, whatever dynamic you want to choose. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be you and God, you and Source. Highest of the high, the most beloved. But there was also a little bit of a warning in the attainment of this, is that you don't bring in the past way in which you had dealt with it. The old way is done. So if you want a relationship, you have to be clear within the relationship you have between yourself, your heart, within to Source. And then you attract to you a like relationship on the same energetic level to where you have worked towards. That's how it works. So I'm going to be blunt. It's what I do. It's who I am. It's why I came here. You don't have to like me, but this is the information. Take it or leave it. With love. The more that you love yourself, not egotistically. What I'm saying is the more you give time, space, energy, first to yourself, and you claim that connection with Source. You've worked hard, you've meditated for that connection to Source. You will receive a mirror of the work that you've done as a person, a place, a thing, an entity, a job, whatever. Imagine what you will, but in its highest, most positive form, because you've created that within yourself. Sorry, I feel like I'm on a pulpit right now. I'm not going to be, one of these people on the podium, but I'm impassioned. So I really want to get this out. This is me impassioned of the message that I'm bringing you, because you can do it if you want to. So this is within this day. So Two of Chalices, this is what you can achieve within, and you can claim it as yours and manifest it to you. So this is the near future. That means later on today, closer to 12 midnight. Now there is a bit of a story. When I say story, what am I saying? Meaning throughout this day, there are emotions, thoughts, visions that will pop up within through meditation that are going to be reminders of the past and things that we need to work on. So let me explain the story. This is called a story. It sits within what you've gotten as the reading for the day, the 4 cards. Just trying to gather. There's quite a few. They're not easy cards, but they are doable. They are workable. Luna. Luna means the moon in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. It's a beautiful card. You need to make decisions. This, that, the other. Which spoon, which plate, which piece of clothing, which book am I going to read, what road am I going to drive on, am I going to go out to a cafe today or not? Like, just simple things. But you can also take this to a very high aspect. Do I really want to stay in that relationship? Do I really want to continue with this job I really don't like? Do I really want to keep serving a parent that is bringing me down? I love them, but can I not get some extra help and maybe go do something else? I don't have to be with them 24/7 and sacrifice my own life, kind of thing. Maybe this partner that I'm with isn't giving me what I deserve. Maybe I can create that for myself. Maybe I deserve something different. Maybe I just want to go rogue for a while and enjoy my life and then see what happens. But definitely not this current relationship. It could be that maybe children have left the nest and gone off to university, or maybe you need to sell your home and move on because it's too expensive to live in a 4-bedroom house. I'm just speculatively speaking. It's all hypothetical. Again, these are the energies and the decisions that we're making for today, or with today, or of today. So, having said that decision making part of the story, you are using your mind, your decision-making processing, not going with emotion or passion or desire. You're actually thinking, using your mind, your brain to make decisions. It's like head over heart. Okay? You're learning to do this. It doesn't come natural. It's not something you did before. You've learned it just recently. You've just passed through the Mercury retrograde. Today is a new day. It's clear. And this is what you have to do. Using head over heart. What is best for you? What makes sense to you? Okay. And I'm going to continue. Energies of the day. This is the story of the day. 7 of Orbs. So you're overcoming your fears. So you're feeling a little bit lighter. You're the stairway to heaven. You're deciding not to live on the dark side of the fence. You're sitting on the fence, but you're not going to be in the dark side. You're looking at the light. Okay, you can see all the orbs have light. There's light in behind the individual who's looking up at the balloon. You're feeling lighter. 7, the stairway to heaven. The emotional, spiritual stairway to heaven is through the mind and positive thinking. That's why you're getting these lighted orbs. Okay, part and parcel of the work that we need to do today. 5 of Chalices. So yeah, literally seeing that there is love around us and letting go down the stream the spilt milk, which no longer serves. So the light is there, but do you see it? So come out of the darkness. Look the other way on that fence to the light on the other field. You can imagine, okay, a field with darkness. Maybe there's no grass. Maybe it's burnt grass. Maybe it's dry grass. Maybe it's just dirt. Storm clouds. And then there's this, like Hadrian's Wall, there's this stone fence. And you're sitting on the opposite side of it, looking at the green pasture with the light that's shining through the clouds. But you're not quite sure how to go about it. But you're taking a risk and you're letting go that which no longer works, the spilt milk of the past. You remember, you've learned, you've made the decision here that you want divine justice. Well, you maybe not. Cognizant and aware of that fact, but you're going to get it because you have done the work to jump off that fence and move into the green field with the light in it. You're moving on from the dark past, the fears, the anxieties. Trust me, I had an anxiety attack this a couple days ago. I didn't think I could go there again, but I did. And it was the last reminder of an old fear of mine from about 40 years ago. Not fun. But I let it go. I let go what it represented. I'm not going to give you the details. All of us have gone through what we've gone through. It's personal to us. Leave it there. And Heather says, yes, very true. Okay. Continuing on with the energies of the day, Three of Flames. We are going to get her done, work with others with our creativity, or we're going to be creative and express ourselves, helping others probably be inspired, others inspiring us. It's a mutual community, mutual workplace where everybody is sharing their ideas equally. So this is like the Three of Wands, basically speaking. And in my deck, it's the divine paramour, the divine partnership, divine counterpart, where you can see two people working together with their spiritual light to create the third energy. And you can do that with spirit. Between you and spirit, you then manifest what we call an energy baby on the earth. It's an idea, it's a concept, it's a tangible material, something or other. So you're creating the third energy here on this planet. You're doing a something. It could be a piece of art. It could be an idea. Maybe you're writing a book. Maybe you are working for a major engineering, corporation, and you've come up with an idea to create a new machine that's going to help a lot of people. Something to this effect. Downloads. Einsteinian Tesla downloads. All right? And then the expression of them. Get them into the real world. And I'm going to continue with the story, Six of Flames. So, this is working with house, home, and family. Six flames. It's the fire element. So I guess in astrology, which I don't really work with very much, but it's Sagittarius, Leo, and what's the other sign? Aries. This is an action card, and it's saying get your idea, get your creativity out into the world of other people, in communities. Whether it be food, whether it be service, whatever it is. Maybe you want to become a fireman and work with other firemen. Okay, it's a bright idea, you're taking action, and you're putting it into service. What needs to be confronted along this day is your shadow self. Not a negative card, just a reminder that when the old is still present, the new cannot begin. So let me put it this way, and this is what I've been practicing throughout the week and have realized for today, especially yesterday, which was the tipping point of the energy that we've been experiencing during the Mercury retrograde. And remember, this is all about the energies of the day. As an example, there are old parts of me that cropped up willy-nilly out of the blue. Oh, yes. Yes. There you go. Thank you, Heather. I appreciated that you put that in there. Yes. So I'm going to be blunt, and this is going to make sense. But I have to get it out first. I'm just going to talk about my own experience. I was in the car with somebody else driving to one of these fix-it places, where you go to get your supplies to fix your car, move, buy your supplies, that kind of thing. The traffic was heavy. People were cutting in front of me. People were driving slow. There was an old part of me, and my father taught me to rail, get my fist out the window and rail at the heavens and swear and all that kind of stuff. I didn't do it this time. And I learned something when I was doing meditation way back in the 90s at the Ramdas Ashram, Kundalini Yoga. It's Golden Temple Sikh Kundalini Yoga forms. What I was told by my instructor at the time, wish them experience rather than swear and rail at the heavens and speak abruptly. I'm being polite when I say that. Wish them experience in a calm, caring, be compassionate. They don't have the experience that you have. They don't know better. So the shadow is coming out from an old way of dealing with the world and changing the way in which you speak, you act, you think, you create in the world. You're confronting your shadow self. So where in which you would have, out the window at the person in front of you on the road, it's, I wish you experience. I forgive you for what you do because you don't know better. And then let it go. And you might have 5 people. The reason why you have 5 people in front of you that cut you off is because you haven't learned the lesson of letting go. That's why it's a mirror. Sorry for being so passionate, but I got the equation again yesterday as a reminder. Anyway, so with the court card of Luna and Shadow and Divine Justice, hold on, I'm getting all the courts here, whatever I've got. Transition. Do I have anything else here? Nope. So we have 4 court cards. We've got Divine Justice. We have the Moon. We have Transition, meaning it is the letting go of the old completely and absolutely, and confronting our shadow as a reminder. It's always going to be there. There's nothing you can do. It's always going to be there. You cannot chase it away. You can accept it and you can work with it. That's what this is all about. Knowing that it's there. Humility. This is the earth school. Our bodies are made with a consciousness that is lower. So when you bring in the higher through meditation, there's a duality going on. Doesn't have to be, but there is. So you have to learn to come into balance where you can see the fallen angel on one side and the high angel on the other. And you need to hear them both, and then you need to make the decision as to which one you want to follow through, or do you go into the neutral zone? Do you find the space in between and don't react to either? There's no highs and there's no lows. There's just that steady flow, and all will unfold. Again, channeled. All right, that was beautiful. That was, I really do like the Starseed Tarot. I'm going to pick an oracle card for, do I do an oracle? I'm not quite sure. Heather, do you want an oracle card for the energies of the day? Like, I'm talking generally. Ooh, hold on a second. Would you like an oracle card? I'm going to go get my other deck here. There's a couple of others here that I want to work with. I've got 2. I'm going to save the Isis Oracle for the end, I think. So we're going to do the inner child, considering the work that we're doing, the shadow work. So that's the inner child. Okay, that's what it looks like. Sure. So it didn't really give me a deck, so I'm going to go with the inner child. Is that okay? Remember, you're the one here, and we do have people watching. It's just that they're not on the chat. It's slow. It's vacation time. People have just come out of Mercury retrograde. Hey, we're going with the flow. She says, I'm making watermelon salad with feta. That must taste delish. Boy, I wish I could try some of that. You never know. Listening. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it very, very much. All right. Shuffling for a court card for the energies of the day, please. We are just elongating it all out and having a good time with cold coffee. It's a hot day and I'm drinking hot coffee in the hot. Well, it's actually not too hot. It's kind of on the cool side, but I've got kind of like air conditioning in here, so that's nice and cool. All right, court card, energies of the day, kind of like an oracle. Inner child deck, shuffle, and these are all upright cards. I don't do downright. It's only for the Rider Waite style do I do reversals, unless it asks me to do so. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to choose one more. I'll tell you, don't worry, just give me a second. Well, we've got two things going on. One as a reminder, and it's a beautiful card. Wow. Whoever created these cards, I wish I could find out who the artist is. I'll have to look at the packaging. I never really write in the cards that I use, but I will put them in this week. A little bit more effort on my end, but I have the time. So, number 35, there is hope ahead. Have courage and take heart, for there is hope. Meaning, we are not through this yet. There is still a little bit more shadow to go with the Mercury retrograde. So today's the 23rd, hence 7 days. It'll be the 30th. So there is hope ahead. 35, 3, which is expression of the self creatively. It is harvest. 5, meaning change. Add the two together, you get 8, abundance, but also clarity of information on the highest levels. 8 is a higher echelon number, third echelon to be exact. I'll talk more about numerology coming up. I'm going through a lot right now. I don't have time to do other videos other than the lives, but definitely will be doing more videos in the near future. I'm just going through a lot right now. So, reading this card, have courage, take heart, for there is hope. And this is what it looks like. I hope I got it the right way now. You can see it. You can see the fireworks in the background. Also, we have here, I think it's a child running on a seashore or an embankment. And the colors are super, super bright and light. It's very ethereal. I'm doing my best to be able to show you the card. It's hard. How do you do this? Not doing such a hot job here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Ah, one more over. Come on. Everything is delayed. I've done my best. There we go. I tried my best. All right. So the other card here is 22, relationships. It's time to celebrate. Cultivate an air of celebration. So if you've made a decision today, note that you can celebrate. I do not condone the wacky tobacco. I do not condone the, you know what I'm saying? Celebrate healthily. Love yourself. Put good things into your body. Do good things to your body. Create new habits and new ways of being that support your divine temple so that the light can pass through. When we put lower energy in numerology, if you were to take things like sugar or cookie and you were to take the word and you were to add it up and do the numerology on it, you would get low vibrations. Or if you take the word spirituality or God and you would do the work on that numerologically, you would get high vibration. So it depends on which echelon you're dealing with and what aspect of the echelon. And that, again, will be within the numerology course that's coming up, probably in about 6 months to 9 months' time. Okay, now that I've said that, it's time to celebrate, cultivate an air of celebration today. So by 12 midnight, you will have seen your inner truth. Bottom of the deck, 17, 1, 7, coming out of fear, making decisions, go on an adventure. Today is the day to try something daringly new. Get off that fence and walk into the grass where the light is on the opposite side of that stone fence. All right, we have completely got today the energies of the week and the energies of the day out for today, the completion day of a Mercury retrograde in completion. I'm going to do Ajax. Heather, is that okay to do Ajax? As above, so below. Yes, correct. The balance between the world of earth and the sphere of the higher echelon God source. All right, I'm going to do now Ajax. Is that okay to do, Heather? Because I know that you made the request for it last week. And I'm going to use the, I just flipped up all the cards. And interesting how this card popped up, interestingly enough. Okay, so Ajax, and we're using the past life deck. I don't have a lot of decks, guys, because I do mostly channeling. and numerology. So I'm doing the cards for your benefit. I do a lot of channeling in between. The cards are there to kind of confirm what's coming through. It's beautiful. I get the best of both worlds. But when I do readings, I mostly channel. I use the tarot as an adjunct. One card just popped out, and the card is trees. So Ajax has a lot of trees. Something to do with the trees. I'm going to ask. This is Ajax, Canada. Oh, you're more than welcome. Heather says thank you. I'm not done yet. I've barely even begun. Just one card popped out. So Ajax is the city of trees. Interesting how. I also have a friend who lives there. Yeah, my throat is a little funky today. Whomever out there has energy, you're clearing your throat. Grounding, correct. Absolutely. What highly suggest that those that live in I just got a vision of some. Ajax has a lot of people who are on subsistence. Is that correct? Let me know, Heather, in the chat. I'm getting people who don't have enough that live there. There seems to be disparity. So in other words, it's the low income people versus the high income people. There's like nobody in between. So you get an area of the city that is, yeah, it's tough. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Heather. Heather says I have spirit around me. Some, but I'm getting kind of like a disparity between low income and people of a higher echelon of income in that particular city. There are places that are run down where the suburbs are completely built up and there's a major highway running through it. That I know as a fact. So that has nothing to do with the reading. Ajax, Ontario, Canada. Ajax, Ontario, Canada. We want the energies for Ajax, Ontario, Canada, please. Okay, wants me to split. It doesn't want to give me any information. This is hilarious. Sorry, this card has popped up 3 times today. So, love life. Do people go there and have a fantastic love life, families, or does somebody live there that you know that is a former lover or you fell in love there? I'm just saying Ajax is a place of love. Maybe people get married, they go buy a house and they live there. Just like honeymooners, fresh off of the wedding path, you know. Oh, yeah. That's beautiful. Habitat for Humanity doing 50 units for the people who are in disparity. Yeah, homelessness, exactly. Thank you for confirmation. Yeah, I get a very strong vision of the disparity. There's no middle ground for some reason. It's very strange. Anyway, there are a lot of people doing Habitat for Humanity. What do you call philanthropic groups? High vibrational philanthropic groups that do work in the general area. There's also what I pick up a crystal shop there. It's struggling between spirit, like 3D and 5D. It's struggling between those two energies right now. Now, what I'm picking up, there are people who are representing the positive and doing something to change it when it comes to self-love, therapy. Maybe there's a lot of therapists that live there, spas, Reiki masters, energy workers. That's what I'm picking up. That's what this is all about. So lots of people who've traveled through initiation that are teaching about love, helping people find love. Yeah, it's a spiritual community, I think, or has a spiritual community that's doing its best to raise consciousness. But there's also a lot of development where there's a lot of influx of people who are of what we call survival mode. not just the homelessness, but other people that have freshly come to the city. Yeah, it's doing what it can. You can see right here, initiated knights on quests to bring love, to help people find self-love. Again, it's also a lot of honeymooners who are buying houses there, so fresh off the wedding path. Again, I'm using old words because the person, the entity, the spirit, her name is Claire, and she speaks Irish, and she comes through with old 1800s English and how she speaks it. So I don't normally speak like this. Trust me. I pepper mine with more swear words, but anyway. All right, so Ajax, Ontario, please give me Ajax, Ontario. Yep, a lot of good being done. The spiritual community is growing there. Yes, yes, exactly. Reverend is saying she understands because food and rent are so high that this disparity has grown. So a lot of um, food banks and shelters and this Habitat for Humanity. Yeah, being human, exactly, exactly. More humanity is coming into Ajax, where there probably wasn't that. I'm getting around 19 years ago. I don't know where that number came from, but there wasn't a lot of that infrastructure there before, where there is that now and moving forward. So it's positive. Wow, that was a mouthful. All right, I'm going to do a 4-card spread and 4 down. Ajax, Ontario, please. Ajax, Ontario. Oh, look at that. Interesting. I'm picking up something. This is, wow. Okay. Biblical food, hunger, Asia medicine woman. These are about the churches. Churches, spiritual groups, and shamanic groups. Remember, I basically said that there are a lot of light workers, healers, herbalists, native communities, crystal shop, Reiki masters, light workers, and philanthropic, like Habitat for Humanity in churches, because people are hungry. This is what I'm getting here. This is the past. Oh, that's gorgeous. Good to hear. Heather has said that she's involved with serving people's needs. Yeah, beautiful. That's the charity work that we must do once we become aware. I'm also doing it through an entity as well. That's part of my retirement plan. So, biblical, the church giving supplies and food to those that are in need. We also have Asia. So there are also, there might be a Buddhist temple there that takes in people. Maybe they provide a meal a month or a meal a week, whatever. People can go to pray at the temple. There's a lot of spirituality. I'm getting a lot of heat in my body, so that tells me that is correct. Medicine woman and medicine man. Again, lots of healers in Ajax. So there's a need for it. They came in, they're there. Now, currently, Ajax. Again, this is a native. Wow. All right. There's some dark factions in Egypt. I'm not saying that Atlantis is all dark. There are dark and light. Those that are the crystal workers and those that took the dark route for power over others. Yes, Salvation Army, but there's more than that, Heather. There is a lot more going on in Ajax. There are massage therapists, there are Reiki masters, there are herbalists. There's a herbalist guild out there that I know. I'm aware of it. But it is a place, it's up and coming. It's becoming a place of spirituality, many different forms, from biblical, Buddhistic, shamanic, light worker, all of the above. So Atlantis holds both the dark and the light. So before it crashed, sorry, I might have just had a bit there where let me just check my OBS here to see if everything is in good order. Just give me a moment here. Yeah, my OBS is in good order. Everything is working here. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. There might have been a glitch there. Interesting. I talk about Atlantis. What is this? United Church Services Weekly Lunch. There you go. Perfect. There's more of that coming. way more, Heather. It's beautiful. So, governmental versus spiritual. Little bit of at odds, but you know what? The spiritual is going to pull through. They're going to win the day. Overcome the inertia of the dark energy that is trying to punch things down. I'm not saying it's government per se, but there are people there that would have power over. That's dead in the water. It's slowly going out of fashion. It's out of mode. It's out of time. And I notice how my throat's clogging up when I talk about this, because there are those that would prevent these services from being rendered to the city. We have Native American. We also have people there that are, I don't know if there's a reserve nearby, or there are Native peoples, all forms, from every culture living within that community, and they will also be expressing their spirituality as well. So yeah, there's a bit of persecution going on to the spiritual communities from the externalized world. I'm going to say that, well, they're going to be writing about it and getting the lead out of the water. Yes, hallelujah, I agree. So you can hear me giggle. Positive for Ajax. Ajax. I can't talk today. Ooh. Ajax is an up and coming spiritual community. It is growing. There will be healing. There is inertia. It is coming from the darkness. The darkness will not persist. It is through writing, it is through speaking that this will change. Okay, yes, there's persecution, but it will be overwritten. That's a good way of putting it. So that's the current energy of Ajax at this time. Now, very interesting. How to interpret. I'm getting a pain way down underneath. I don't know if this is you, Heather. I think I had this pain the last time, an injury. It's flaring up just a little bit. I'm just letting you know. No native reserves, but there is native shamanism in and around that's being practiced. So I'm just saying it's there, or it might come. Maybe there's a shaman, Mongolian, North American. Yeah, if you know what I mean. A shamanic community will arise. Patriarchacy, the father. Yeah, I'm picking up that energy. So let's send some energy. Okay, it's being released. So when I do that, that's a release on that area. I've got my hand there. I'm putting some light into it. It comes naturally. I do second level Reiki, and that's the Ishui Reiki. My master was 11 removed from the original, so I'm also certified by the American Reiki Association. So I do use it in my healing work with my meditations. That'll be on Patreon in the fall. Let's say October, November-ish. The videos are still being edited. Anyway, coming to this card of the father, which is patriarchacy. It can be positive, wherein which there people who live in Ajax are healing the patriarchal, the father figure, the male. Okay. It also could be that there is a predominance of male-oriented energies that are warring and battling with Ajax, but they're going to be retreating shortly because there's some karma that they need to pay. We don't know who these people are. It doesn't matter. As long as you're doing your part, you're doing your spiritual work, they're just going to fall from grace, whoever they are. Okay? These people will just retreat and disappear. It's going to take time. It's going to take a good 3.5 to 4 years for Ajax. There is a big shift of consciousness happening on the earth right now. The world that you have now and the way that it is and all the crazy, it's not going to look the same in 3 years. In 10 years. Our children's children are going to have a better world, but they have to work for it. They have to shift consciousness from the negative to the positive and go and create the new world. It is not in the hands of those before it. It is in the hands of us and what we give to it through our positive inner connection, our downloads. Anyway, so that's where Ajax is headed. It's having a little bit of a battle, but you know what? The outcome is beautiful. Now, baby. Ajax is coming out of an old view of itself. I guess it was a pioneering community, a lot of pioneers, a lot of farms. I'm getting somebody saying the memory of a schoolhouse where all the grades went to one room when Ajax was started. Many hundreds of years. I'm getting around maybe 160 to 200 years ago. Ajax got started as a community, a pioneering community. Not pioneers as in the United States, but more the Canadian aspect of it. Just the influx of people creating a town, a village, and they took care of it. It was all about children and families, is what I'm getting. There's going to, again, forgiveness of maybe, how does one put this? I keep getting the native reserve, the native residence, residential school system. I don't know why I'm getting this. Also, the school system we had in the 1920s straight through to the 1970s was a very harsh system. I went through that system. So there's forgiveness coming to that as well. Forgiveness to the way in which we were raised, a different way, again, the healing of the past, coming into a movement of balance within, coming out of imprisonment of self fears, and coming into what Ajax is about is spiritual health. It's all about spiritual health. Ajax is a place of spiritual health because there's a lot of massage therapists, there's a lot of Reiki masters out there. I'm getting some tingling sensation on my left hand, this area here. So I don't know who has overextended energy, but anybody who is out there or on here, we have just finished the energies of the day. Sorry, I repeat, correction. Energies for Ajax. I'm going to do a court card and closing oracle for the whole. That includes the energies because we're almost at time here. So let's get a closing card. And thank you very much, Heather, for being here. I am very, very grateful. It helps when there's somebody asking questions. I mean, I can go out alone and rogue. Getting older. That's okay. No worries. I'm older too. I'm there. All right, we're doing a closing oracle card for today. We're at time, so this is going to have to be done fairly quickly. We really, really worked the energies today. It's beautiful. I'm happy for everybody. We're really moving through it to get to it. There's no way to it but through it. You can't go over it, around it, or under it. You have to do the work to get to the other side. It's the hourglass. You have it. It comes like that. You get the narrowest point. You have to be birthed into the new, and then you get the other part of the hourglass, which is the other side of it, dark to light. All right. I don't have an hourglass to even show you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you very much for the compliment. Yeah, it is an amazing room. Remember, July is the slowest period on the internet. Everywhere people are on vacation. People are having time with their families. They've just come out of Mercury retrograde, so they don't really want to be on the internet listening to this. I mean, great news, but still a bit more work to go, right? Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you for showing support. All right. Closing energies for all that we've done. That's Stacy's reading, energies of the week, energies of the day, and the reading for Ajax. We're just getting a closure. Give me one card, please. Now noisy. That's what I do sometimes. A lot of male energy. Okay. Key of Life. Is it Key of Life? Yes, it's Key of Life. I've got to get the book out. Where are you? There you are. I need the magnifying glass. And do I have it? You'll have to forgive me. I got to run, go get it. It's in another room. 1 second while I get that particular thing. Ta-da! I have come back with the magnifying glass. All right, let's get the key of life. So let's go into 84. Gotta work fast here. Okay. Excellent. All right, I'm going to read a beautiful card called the Key of Life. I'm just going to sit right in front of it so that it works so that you can see it. Hopefully you can see it. Spinning the Ankh, the Key of Life. The Key of Life is the mysterious Ankh, the looped cross held in the hand of Isis. This mystery is opening to you now. The Ankh portends, meaning the future, new life being born through you now. It could be in a creative sense, I did mention that earlier, or in a physical sense in terms of health, or even a child that wishes to be born, or a new project that needs to be created in service to humanity. That's exactly what I said. So, this new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more into wholeness and fulfillment. Let it happen. Let it unfold naturally. All right, we got a bit to read here. The Ankh comes as blessing and confirmation that new life is seeking to express itself through you now, an encouragement that you allow this to occur. Something has started to be born through you at this time. See it through, beloved. Don't let it struggle to survive from lack of attention or care, or a belief that it will not be enough in any way, shape, or form. It will be too hard to handle once it's created. Do not think this way. Let that go. The Ankh says that life will prevail and your creation will come to pass in its time. Do not give up on your creative destiny. Stay with it. You are flowing on the right direction and you have spiritual support from the unseen worlds, and that was also in the reading. It was the reading of the week. You're being supported, and it was also the 10 of Cups too, external to us. So that is also been proven to be correct through this particular card. If you are unsure of what your creative destiny may be or unaware of the exact nature of the new life being born through you now, remember that sometimes the creation will be a project or object, a relationship, or a new human life. Sometimes it is even a new way of thinking, yes, that is wise and heart centered, and will be available for others to draw nourishment from as an alternative to more destructive and addictive thought forms, which humans can struggle with from time to time. We've also mentioned that as well. There is one creative process common to all of humanity, and that is the birthing of the soul of light into form. We are a soul light tribe, by the way. That's my name for the tribe. We are soul light. So, welcome to the soul light tribe, community, collective. We will keep running with the soul light theme. No matter what other forms of life are being created through you now, the mystery of the Ankh reveals that you can know for sure that you are growing spiritually at this time to allow more of your soul light into your life. What this means is that no matter what the appearance of circumstance in your life right now, no matter whether you feel alive with creative flow, energized and happy, or whether you are in despair as your old world no longer brings you peace or seems to be falling away, your divine soul is behind it and a new life is emerging. It is safe to trust and allow this process to unfold. If you have drawn this oracle along with either the knot of Isis or the wedge of or the wings of Isis, then a new life is very deeply spiritual and will be highly transformative from the inside out. If you have drawn this oracle along with the light, okay, we don't need to read that. I'm just going to read the rest of it. This oracle also brings a special. Okay, can I talk? Let me start from scratch. This oracle also brings a special. I say the word special. This oracle also brings a special message to those on a creative path. If you have hit a blank page or a dry well of inspiration, if you are encountering doubt in your ability to create and flow, do not despair. The Ankh promises fresh inspiration and will return to you. You can be assured that just as the Nile floods, filled with life, after it has receded, so too will your creative flow soon return. Your creative days are not over. Your creative well will rise again. You will feel youthful, energized, and full of hope and promise. Inspired to create. The ritual, all right? I'm going to leave it there. So that's that. And you know that this is what an Ankh looks like, okay? Ankh of life. I'm going to do the closing circle because we need to end this video. I have to go and do other things with my day, and I'm sure you do too. So let's get to it. And here we go. I wish to thank those that have joined us currently on the lives only for today, July 23rd, Thursday, 2026, and also those that have joined us. Those that have joined us from the other realms, the highest of the high, the most beloved God's source, our higher self, Archangel Michael, and all the angelic realm, the ascended masters, the medicants, healers, those that have passed on, and our ancestors, our animal totems, and our animals that have passed on. Please, I release you to your other realms. What remains behind is the healing energy from all to you. All that is dark and ungrounded is gone away and has been released, is no longer warranted and has any power over you. I'd like you to cover your ears. Satnam, Namaste, and blessed be. Thank you for joining Nesrin Wisdom Visionary here on the Way Within Divine Messages. We will see you again in 7 days next week, Thursday the 30th. Take care, everyone.